All right, folks. Friend to the room is joining us now. The GOAT, two-time undisputed champion, Claressa Shields.
What's up, sis?
Hey, y'all.
What's going on?
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for taking the time. I'm so happy that you finally got this fight. Before we get into that fight, I have to get your opinion on a few things. Amanda Nunes just won her fight against Pena. In the past, she discussed, a possible crossover fight with you. Recently, she spoke to DAZN. I want you to listen to this and get a reaction from you.
Honestly, it's not even, I feel like that would be like the biggest, because she's a big in boxing. I'm definitely here as well in MMA, so definitely would be big. I feel like we would have a lot of good feedback from the fans. It is what it is.
All right, so is this fight even possible, Claressa? You've been fighting mixed martial arts. If a deal were to be able to be made between you, would you be willing to do both, boxing and MMA? And which one would you want to do first?
I've always said that I would do both. And I've already proved that I would get inside the MMA cage, being 1-1, one knockout, and then having one loss split decision. But I would love to do both with it, but of course we would do boxing first because that's what we both know, right? But as far as MMA, I'm still kind of green, or if you want to say getting out of the green, whatever you want to say, but I'm still new at that. So just to start with boxing, but I would definitely fight against her in like a year and a half, 2 years of just getting me some MMA training and keep it going. Keep getting inside the cage. I got the PFL season next year after this fight with Marshall. So I'm all for doing both. And I believe that I can win in both. So I think that's and it's just cool that she even, mentioned me. Congrats to her against making her great comeback fight. She got TKO'd by her, but she came back, showed that she's a dog. She's in shape. She's had a great game plan, and I enjoyed the fight. So congrats to her. And hopefully one day our paths cross.
Okay, somebody's playing basketball in your background. Can you tell them just hold that ball for a second? You know what I'm saying?
Can you hold that ball for a second?
Oh, you serious?
I'm doing an interview up here. They can hear that ball. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I was joking. Yo, that's so crazy. Okay, September 10th, you finally got the fight that you always wanted. This is the only person that can say one thing about you, and that's she beat you 35 years ago. But anyway, it is a buildup. It makes sense. She did beat you in the amateurs. It's a buildup. Are you more excited about this fight than any other fight ever?
It's hard not to be excited about any fight for me because all my fights are history. They're all legendary, being the first women to fight the main event at the O2 Arena, all women's card. This is different, and I'm just excited just because, it could be whoever, the fact that it's the girl that beat me in the amateurs 10 years ago. If I really still cared, but I don't. It's just the fact that if somebody said that they're better than me and that they can beat me, it's my job as a champion to give them that opportunity. So I'm happy that I'm getting paid a whole bunch of money for this fight. It's a lot of people interested in this fight. It's a story behind it. It got some history. And she's a knockout puncher. So all my haters going to bet their money that I get knocked out and they go lose their money because I'm going to go in there and smash Marshall.
Claressa, you've had bad blood, your share of animosity with some of your opponents throughout your career, but would you say that with Savannah, it's the most animosity you ever had towards a fighter? Do you dislike her more than any other fighter ever?
More than Hammer?
Her and Hammer's like neck to neck, you know what I mean? Because see, the thing is with Hammer, and me and Hammer actually cordial now, But the thing with Marshall is, what have you done? That's my question. To even say the thing that you say. What have you done? And when you talk about somebody who's so vicious, such a knockout puncher, I can outbox you and I can hurt you and I can do this and I can do that. Why you only got one belt in 5 years? Why? It's a legitimate question. If you the baddest and you better than me, who got 12 belts, why do you only have one? And no, you cannot say, oh, I'm just so hard to match. No. She went to 175, the easiest weight class in women's boxing, tried to get a belt there. Couldn't get no action there because that weight class don't have no action.
Yeah, that's a legitimate question.
She's definitely 168.
Mm-hmm.
And then came down to 160 and is fighting against smaller girls, 130 pounders, 140 pounders, fighting them on a week's notice, on 3 days notice and knocking them out. And now she's a knockout puncher? Please.
That's
smoke and mirrors.
All right, so what do you say to people who, because you came on our show and you destroyed our bag, you broke it, and we had to return it, our punching machine bag. And then since then, you went on this worldwide tour, punching everybody's bag in the world, and then you started doing punching videos. I was like, she's going nuts. So
and you
what
didn't
do you say to
reference our
people?
show. You didn't give us no credit. Like I started this on
no credit. But what do you say to people that say, because they're saying this a lot, Claressa, yo, you only have a couple of knockouts. Why are you saying you have knockout power?
I fought against top opposition. If they would give me a girl that's four wins and 25 losses, she getting knocked out. You mean a girl who coming from 140, she getting knocked out to fight against me. I'm not fighting on girls on 3 days notice or 6 days notice. It's not even possible. Every girl want to get paid a whole bunch of money and she want a full training camp and she want all these amenities to get ready for me. The only girl who probably had a full camp for her is probably Hannah Rankin. But I blew Hannah Rankin out too. Like, that's one of my homegirls, you know what I'm saying? But I blew her out 10 rounds to 0 and then fought 3 weeks later against somebody else, Femke.
Yes.
It was one or the other. Like, I fought against Femke first, then Hannah, or Hannah, then Femke. But it was 3 weeks apart. So I fought 20 rounds within 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Plus a full training camp. So, and it don't matter. You're not able to fight for no belts if you're not fighting against no legitimate competition. So for me to have 12 belts, I fought against Hannah Gabriel. A lot of girls cannot beat Hannah Gabriel.
I mean, that's a natural progression of a fighter.
Christina Hammer.
You can say that about a lot of fighters that had, in the male side of things, that had a lot of knockouts early in their career, and as their opposition went up, they weren't knocking anybody. Floyd Mayweather, the TBE himself, didn't have a lot of knockouts. So I agree with you on that.
Up in women's boxing, we also only got to 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And I've always said, like, y'all want us to get knockouts like the men and want to talk about our records, but we only got one more. We got a minute less to get the job done, and then 2 rounds less. So 20 minutes compared to 36. So when you be saying the men have all these knockouts, they got enough time.
Right. Now you're on record saying that you want to be the villain in this fight. You're ready for the boos on that side of the Savannah Marshall fans. It's going to fuel you. But you've been a fan favorite your whole career. You're not used to any boos, at least in the professional rankings. I'm not sure about amateurs. So how do you know you're ready for that?
A ring is a ring. That's it. A ring is a ring. And I know what I'm doing. I've traveled the world 2 times around, 2-time Olympic champ. To become 2-time Olympic champ, you don't just got to fight in America.
Right.
You gotta. I fought in at least 12 different countries, came out victorious in all of them, except when I was an amateur up in my first world championships at 17 up in China. But after that, I haven't had no setbacks. Marshall, she won the fight against me in 2012, and guess what? And even in the pros, I don't give a damn. Nothing. Right. So when people be talking about she gonna knock me on and stuff, I can't wait to see it. That's all I'm saying. So when I knock her out, is everybody gonna say I'm the biggest puncher, or is they gonna say, oh, Claressa got 3 knockouts?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of corny. I guess on one hand, you want to sell the fight, so you grab whatever you grab, but I think that's kind of corny bringing up amateurs. If it's that long ago, I can see a mention, but making that the full thing of the fight when nobody brings up.
That is the whole story. Yeah. If you ask them, who else has Savannah Marshall beat in the pros to prove that she's better than me, to prove that she's a better fighter than me? And then they talk about Femke, a girl who took 2 to 3 years off of boxing and also had a shoulder surgery. Come on now. She only fought 2 times after me and her fought 4 years ago, 2018.
Yeah.
Make that make sense. And then Hannah Rankin, that's her only legitimate knockout. But like I said though, Hannah Rankin has always been too small for 160. And it was right after COVID. So nobody could get no sparring. You couldn't go out nowhere. Everybody was protecting their house and Lysol and everywhere. So like I said, and also she hit Hannah Rankin in the back of the head a whole lot. I watched the fight because I had to understand it. I watched it. By the time it was the 5th round, she hit Hannah Rankin in the back of the head 8 times. And the ref only called her for it in round 5. He finally called her for it. But she hit Hannah Rankin behind the head a whole bunch that fight. And that's how she got the knockout. Because Hannah Rankin is very, very durable. And we're seeing that because she's also now a champion at 154.
I gotta rewatch that fight.
Let's talk about the fight on your undercard. It's also a hot fight that everybody's talking about. Baumgartner versus Mayer. We know Michaela Mayer is your people's, but this is a very competitive fight, at least in the boxing world. That's how they see it. How do you see that fight playing out?
I think it's gonna be a really, really good fight. I think that I've seen Michaela go through like the trenches, not just in the trials, but up in sparring. Up in world championships. She's always been at the highest level, always medaling. The only place that she didn't medal was the Olympics, but I think she got very, very close. And she's improved and she's been calling out all the girls that she wants to be undisputed. So I think that Alicia is the bomb, She classy, sassy. She got the muscle, she got the look. She can block, but I'm just wondering, can she switch up the game plan, Because if you go out there and you're like, oh, there's going to be a boxing match, either girl could win. But if Michaela goes out there and applies the pressure and mix it up like she did against Hamadouche, Alicia not going to be able to look back and look all cute and stuff. She's going to have to put it on the line. And I've never seen Alicia have to see where her gas tank is. But we seen Mayer go 10 rounds straight, just go. And I think that that's something that's going to play a part in the fight. And I think both girls are very, very durable, and I just can't wait to see it. But it's a great addition to our undercard, though.
When you shine like you do, and you call yourself the GOAT, you're a target at times. And we chop it up often with a fighter by the name of JessicaMcCaskill that has had your name in her mouth and wants to fight with you at some point. Why has it? Obviously, there's a disparity in weight, but she's willing to go up to 154 to fight you. What's stopping from that fight from happening?
Who's talking about?
JessicaMcCaskill.
Stop it. That's cap.
No, I'm saying that she has spoken about fighting you.
That's cap.
What's cap? Tell us what's cap.
She cap. Her and Rick Ramos cap. I seen them in person.
So they're lying.
Yes.
They don't want to fight you.
They using my name to sell her because don't nobody know who she is. Whenever you mention Claressa Shields, everybody clicking on it. What's going on? No.
What you mean you seen them in person though?
I saw them in person up at the DAZN Boxing Fights. You're both on the broadcasting team and stuff. First of all, JessicaMcCaskill didn't even want to say hi, bye, look at me the wrong way, no nothing. Rick Ramos, I had some words for his so I had talked to him.
Here's the stage. You can say
and he had, it's just the internet and this and that. I'm like, no, you very disrespectful. And I want to tell you to your face, like, for you to be as disrespectful as you is upon the internet, you don't even say, hey, how you doing, Claressa? No, nothing. You act like you talk to me, but I want to let him know, like, do you and JessicaMcCaskill, do y'all really want smoke? And he even said it. He just like, oh, she's too smart. Yeah, I know that. So quit talking about fighting me. And no, she won't come up to 54 because we know that I was undisputed at 54. So I can go down to 54 whenever the hell I feel like it. So that's cap. That's cap. And I will, if she want to fight me, we're going to fight at 147 for all the belts so I can be undisputed 4 times.
Ooh, so you're willing to make 47 to fight her to take on for all those belts?
Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. And she know, and they know that. And no, you're not going to put a weight restraint on me. I'm going to make the weight class and rehydrate like I do for every other fight. You're not going to put
195 pounds.
I've never went into the ring more than 169, and I fought at 168.
Wow.
I'm not that big as everybody thinks. I'm just tall. And that's it.
I'll let Barack mess with you. Look, I can't wait. I can't wait for this fight in September. I'm looking forward to it.
Big.
Before we get out of here, we need to play a little game called the Standing 8. But you need to do it within 60 seconds. We're gonna shoot 8 questions at you, and you have to answer them quickly. The first thing that comes to your mind, answer them correctly. Take your time. Either way, there's a timer this time, and it has to be in 60 seconds or less. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Josh, get the timer right. Get it ready. 3, 2, 1. Standing 8 with Claressa Shields. Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons. One team has to go.
Detroit Lions.
Undisputed at 147 or undisputed at 168?
What about it?
Which one would you prefer?
Oh, both.
No, you got to pick one. Come on now.
Pick one.
What's the standing 8? You about to drop.
68. 168 because it's a harder division.
All right. You're going to war. You have to pick one of these girls. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. Who you going to war with?
I'm going to war with Katie.
Any given day, what would you rather wear? A dress or jogging pants?
Jogging pants.
Favorite fighter of all time?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
If Franchon Cruz fought Savannah Marshall, who wins?
Franchon Cruz.
Rate Jessica McCaskill 1 to 10.
2.
The DAZN Boxing Show or any other show in the world, who's the best?
What?
The DAZN Boxing Show. Hello, that's us. With any other show in the world, who's better?
DAZN Boxing Show.
All right, there you
I'm
go.
struggling with that one. I ain't like that. I don't like that. That was a trick question, but I appreciate you.
That answer was a little shaky, but anyway, that's a standing 8, and she did it.
Did she make
within
it? I don't know.
60
I think she fair. I think she lost. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who had a timer?
Yeah, Josh, our producer, had.
Josh, did she make it?
Did she make it, Josh?
Over a minute. I'm sorry.
He said you didn't make it.
What? That's the standing 8 with Claressa Shields. All right, Claressa, good luck on September 10th. Looking forward. We'll be tuned in. Wish I could be in the building. Claressa Shields, folks.